Let's say you get $300 in purchases on Monday, and on Friday, one of those people refund that product for $30. In Google Analytics, you'll see the refund calculated on Friday. In Shopify, you'll see it calculated on Monday. Now there is a discrepancy in your data, and you're getting different numbers when you look at the two tools. Sound like a problem you might be having? Hey, this is Derek, and this is Littledata in 5 minutes or more. Let's go. What is it? Littledata is an easy-to-use, highly effective way to deal with problems in your Google Analytics. Littledata helps create accurate data and attribution models for e-commerce stores. You'd look to them if you're having issues with unreliable collection processes, recurring payments through a tool like Recharge or bold subscriptions, missing sales attribution, such as many of your sales coming in as direct or through PayPal or some other third-party checkout process, or if your Shopify data doesn't match up with your Google Analytics data. Littledata gets you to close to 99% accuracy with your Google Analytics so that you can understand your customers and marketing channels better. And once you have that, Littledata offers benchmarks based on the success of other e-commerce stores in the industry, so you can benchmark yourself versus 14,000 plus e-commerce stores. They're tracking from the first visit to the final step of the checkout process and beyond to recurring subscription. Competitive landscape. Business intelligence is a vast space, and the larger the company, the more it pays to have an advanced business intelligence tool. Littledata is not a substitute for those tools, the ones like Mixpanel, Grow, Looker, or Supermetrics. They're more of a fix for the core data problem that those tools will likely track and display on your analytics. Some closer competitors to Littledata include Elevar, Glue, G-L-E-W, and Shopify Native, which is probably what you're using right now, and I'm going to show you why that is so dangerous for you in your store. Biggest differentiator. Littledata is solving problems that Shopify should care about, but isn't doing a good job at actually tracking. Things like average order value and lifetime value, and especially things like revenue by channel source. Littledata will help you solve problems you didn't even know you had by tracking just about everything, ensuring that your analytics aren't missing even the littlest things like the currency your customer used, whether or not they did a partial or full refund, they used a coupon, or any number of other frequent occurrences that often fall through the cracks with other analytics setups. Littledata will ensure that your Google Analytics provides accurate attribution for payments, regardless of whether it's a subscription payment, a one-time off purchase, a third-party payment, or a checkout process, or anything else. Here's just a few of the things that Littledata helps track in Google Analytics instantly once it's installed on your site. Scroll tracking on product pages. Refunds are tracked and attributed appropriately. Third-party checkouts are no longer misattributed, which means you can see the actual source. Hey! Lifetime revenue, number of orders is now inside your Google Analytics, and then they even track revenue by reversion affiliate, recart communication, and recharge or bold subscription repeat purchase and count of that repeat purchase. So you'll know this customer bought 5 times from me in a recurring subscription, stuff like that. Amazing. Also, they have automated audits to help you understand what's working and what fixes you might need to make manually having to do with your analytics and tracking. This really helps ensure that your tracking is on point. And their benchmarks come from aggregating and anonymizing data across 14,000 customers, and they're very strict and specific on how they collect and handle this data. It is completely anonymous. Metric impact. Ironically, while this tool helps you measure metrics better, it's tough to call metric accuracy a metric. A couple of things you should see change when you start using Littledata. You should see less conversions from direct traffic and more attributed to the right channel, which is probably going to be social or advertising or organic. You should see repeat purchases and conversions better assigned to channels, so that if I bought from a Facebook ad and then next month it rebilled me, that will be attributed back to Facebook ads instead of direct, or not even showing up in your Google Analytics at all, which is probably the case today. You should even see your Google Analytics data mirroring, looking a lot like your Shopify data, which tends to be close to your raw revenue data, which is great. But then also having more data points in Google Analytics than in Shopify, so you'll be able to really rely on it as your source of truth. When should you use it? It's simple. If you have trouble with direct traffic, missed attribution, or recurring charges, install Littledata. It'll fix those problems from today forward. Any e-commerce business reliant on subscriptions should be using Littledata. This is a tool that's going to be more value for growth stage and established businesses, especially those that are advertising across multiple channels and relying closely on understanding their ROI and return on ad spend. And especially also for recurring subscription businesses and existing recharge or bold subscription customers. When shouldn't you use it? If you're already using an advanced analytics platform, you may not need to get Littledata. If you're an expert web developer and just need one small component of their feature set, you could try to build it out on your own if you really want to. If you're just starting your store or are processing a very small amount of orders, Littledata isn't going to be that beneficial to you because these mistracking and attribution problems grow as your revenue grows, right? The size of the problem gets bigger. If all of your business just comes in from one channel, like organic, then you really don't need to track it any better. You're not going to get a lot of benefit from improved tracking. Why are you even watching this video, by the way? How'd you make it to this point? Anyways, integrations. What makes Littledata so slick is how it integrates in a plug-and-play fashion with all the tools you need in order to improve your data. First, we have platforms. Littledata works with most of the e-commerce platforms out there. Shopify, WooCommerce, Magento, BigCommerce, WordPress, and it can even be implemented for custom sites. Their primary integration is obviously Google Analytics. That's where it's going to be changing all the data. They also integrate with Recharge, Reversion, Bold, CartHook, Segment, and the list goes on. In the future, they will even integrate with loyalty tools so you can track referrals, lifetime loyalty usage, loyalty point usage, all the way back to the channel or the user segment. I think that's super cool. Pricing. Pricing is based on sessions or order maximum. The standard price, it starts at $59 a month. It offers daily data audits and unlimited connections for one store for up to 150,000 sessions or 1,500 orders a month. The Pro price is $159 and offers more hand-holding, onboarding, advice, and priority support. That's for if you're doing up to 1 million sessions or 10,000 orders a month. And if you're doing over 1 million sessions, you can contact their enterprise sales team and they'll give you a custom account manager and they're going to take care of all of the setup and implementation costs for you. Setup time and resources. So setup is completely automated in almost all cases. Littledata really just starts functioning once you plug it into your Shopify, just install the app. So it's really not much more that's going to be going on there. Then you just wait to make sure that the Google Analytics data is coming in, and you can look at your Littledata dashboard to ensure that the tracking is appropriate. With some themes, there are catches or custom tracking implementation, but the Littledata team will be there to help you with any questions you have with that. And for enterprise plans, they're doing it all for you anyways. Final thoughts. All right, many of the features offered by Littledata seem like things that you may be able to do on your own with a bit of time and an experienced developer or two on staff. But that isn't always practical, and it comes with its own risks and maintenance costs. In fact, Littledata here is, I will just do it myself all the time, and 90%, they claim 90% of the time, the user can't actually do what Littledata does, and they come back and become a happy Littledata customer. Instead of trying it for yourself, just plug in Littledata and get exactly what you need in 5 minutes. Remember though, Littledata can't go back in time and fix the problems of your past data, so the sooner you get this set up, the cleaner your data will be moving forward. Related tools. 2 other apps I'd like to recommend to you right now, especially related to tracking and reporting. First is Segments by Trestle. This is more of a true business intelligence tool, uses kind of AI machine learning to understand some of your store dynamics and user behavior. If you plug in Littledata and you can now attribute the sources appropriately, Segments will help you understand lifetime value by channel, lifetime value by cohort, and other ways, things that Google Analytics doesn't quite do. And it allows you to push those segments of users to things like Klaviyo so that you could do targeted email blasts. So there's a lot of value in Littledata and Segments by Trestle working side by side. Also, I want to quickly tell you about a credit card called Brex. Okay, this isn't exactly an analytics tool, but if you're running a store and you're doing over $50,000 a month in revenue, you're doing a lot of advertising, you're probably going to need to float some capital, right? You have to buy your inventory and your ads, and before you sell to your customer. Brex is a no-cost credit card. When you use my link in the comments below, it'll give you 60-day term financing on all of your purchase, and they are able to give you a very high credit limit because it's based directly on your order volume. It's not tied to your personal credit line. It's tied directly to your business. And in fact, they'll give you $500 to your account, which by the way, again, is completely free. There's no fees There's no catches or anything. It's free. You just get $500 as long as you qualify through the sign-up process. When you use my link, there are fees if you don't go through a partner like me, by the way. And in this way, you can float your last month's advertising spend, your last month's inventory spend, all the way to next month, which by then your customers will have purchased from you and you'll be able to keep cash flow positive, which is so important in business. And again, there's no interest fees or anything like that. It's really sweet. So check out Brax with the link or the video, which you can watch, which is somewhere around here. All right, that was Littledata in 5 minutes or more. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If this app interests you, please do click on my partner link somewhere around here, or you can book a forever free consultation with me, Derek Haney, where I review your tech stack and how Littledata and other tools will fit into that based on the growth of your company, the margins in your company, the resources in your company, and your existing tool stack. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I will see you next time.